My wife and I have been arguing for 3 years about whether we met at a bar or at a bookstore, and it has nearly destroyed our marriage. This sounds insane. It is insane. But let me explain why this matters so much to both of us and why neither of us will ever back down. My version of events is simple. It was October 6 years ago. I was at a bar called the Wooden Tap on a Friday night with my friends. I saw her across the room. I walked over. I said something mildly charming. She laughed. She says we met at a bookstore called Chapter 1 on a Saturday afternoon. She says I bumped into her in the fiction section. She says I picked up the book she dropped and said something about the author. She says we talked for an hour and then went for coffee across the street. She remembers it clearly because she was buying a birthday gift for her sister. We are both 100% certain. Neither of us has even a shred of doubt. For the first 3 years of our relationship, it didn't matter. We got engaged and her mom asked us to write the story of how we met for the wedding program. That's when the war began. My wife said, "Obviously we're using the bookstore story." I said, "Obviously we're using the bar story." She looked at me like I had suggested we get married in a dumpster. I looked at her like she had just invented a memory out of thin air. We argued for 4 hours that night. We pulled out phones looking for evidence. No photos from either event, no texts. My wife called her sister, who she was supposedly buying the birthday book for. Her sister said, "I don't remember getting a book that year, but I also don't remember a lot of things." Even more useless, the wedding program ended up saying they met in the fall and the rest is history. A diplomatic surrender that satisfied nobody. But it didn't end there. Every few months, the argument resurfaces. Someone will ask how we met at a party and we'll both start talking at the same time. Sat us down and said, "Does it really matter where you met?" We both said yes at the same time. It was the most unified we'd been on the topic. It absolutely matters. Because one of us has a completely fabricated memory and neither of us can accept being that person. My therapist says this argument is not actually about the bar or the bookstore and is a proxy for deeper controlled dynamics in the relationship. Maybe she's right. My wife has started keeping a journal of our disagreements as evidence of my pattern of misremembering. I have bookmarked 14 articles about false memories that I plan to send her when the time is right. Last week we drove past the Wooden Tap and I pointed at it and said, "There it is, where we met." She said, "I've never been to that bar in my life." I gripped the steering wheel so hard my knuckles turned white. We are happy. I need you to know that. We love each other deeply. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to hear more amazing stories.